What is good, everybody? My name is Polo. Hope you're doing well. And today I have a new request for you guys that I'll be reacting to for the first time. I'm going to read the message from a good friend of mine on Discord and also on Patreon. I will be opening up my Discord because I'll be doing some live reactions on there eventually. YouTube a lot of times it stops my motion with that. So join the Discord if you're on the app, and I'll leave that link in the description. But I'm going to read your message here. It says, I think, if you haven't heard it yet, the only song to compare to Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits is Money for Nothing. Really, all right? That is one of my favorite songs that I've discovered from Dire Straits, and it's on my Polo Reacts channel. I think it's on my homepage. The energy, the song, the performance, I mean, it's just a masterpiece, the live performance within itself. But it says Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits is Money for Nothing. If you haven't heard it yet, it is on the Brothers in Arms album and is his next greatest guitar riff solo. I think he meant to write. And this is his next greatest guitar riff solo. We'll put that one through the test. Okay, we'll see how that compares. But those are some really big shoes to fill. But before we get started, if you like this type of content, do me a big favor and like the video. The likes, the comments, the shares, the engagement helps the video grow and tells me you want me to put out more content like this. All right. So these music channels, they don't make a lot of money. They don't get a lot of traction. So the donations, the comments, the likes, the shares helps the video grow. Okay. Plus, I genuinely appreciate it. All right. Let's get into it. We're doing Money for Nothing. I've reacted to the live performance on my Patreon about a year ago, and I don't remember the song, so that means it didn't make that big of an impression on me. We'll see where the studio version takes us compared to the live performance, but I tend to like Dire Straits live performances, so that's what's crazy about it. I don't remember the song, but I was looking on Patreon. I was like, oh, I reacted to the live performance some time ago, so let's go. I would have never guessed that would have been an intro to a Dire Straits song, but this lets you know the time that this was in, the I Want My MTV slogan back then. Okay, and they put it in a song. I like that organ in the back, like only that whatever that is, or I don't know if that's a guitar or what that is, but I like sometimes it's the little things. All right, let you know what you're in for. It sounds like an organ of some sort. Oh man. God. Oh man, my goodness. It's got that like 80s echo in the drums. I don't know how to pronounce it. That texture that you can tell that is, they used it in a lot of those old movies too. Those action movies. The sound of the drum where it sounds like they're drumming in a studio. But how about that build? Okay, really, really, really nice. Got the chills. Alrighty. Check this build. Oh, man. Wow. I'm going on the record and say the studios, and it doesn't always work this way with Dire Straits. All right, but the studio version of this is definitely better than the live performance that I reacted to. But it may not be. It was a year ago. But this one feels unforgettable. Okay, not saying, I react to a lot of music, so I mean, maybe I'll go back and replay it and my opinion could change, but I don't remember these early bird chills here for this record. Man.
Now look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Now that ain't working, that's the way you do it. Let me tell you, damn guys ain't dumb. Maybe get a blister on your little finger. Maybe get a blister on your thumb. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries.
I don't always rock with Dire Straits and their lyrics. Brothers in Arms, of course. That song. If I'm in a certain place, it could bring tears to your eyes. This one, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but it sounds good. Mark sounds good when he does his thing. They're just talking about stuff. I don't know what the stuff, what they're talking about, but sonically, it sounds good.
Your little finger, maybe get a blister on your thumb. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. To the little faggot with the earring and the makeup.
There's a verse I didn't see coming. Right? What the hell? All right, felt very commercial, and then they go ahead and drop the F-bomb, Infant Surprises, it was a different time.
Move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs. To the little faggot with the earring and the makeup. Yeah, buddy, that's his own hair. The little faggot got his own jet airplane. The little faggot, he's a millionaire.
Oh, he's being sarcastic. Okay.
We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
Okay, maybe the song's about consumerism. All right. And, so I'm starting to guess that, we got to get to the money. I'm guessing. I typically don't try to focus on what the song means. I see if the song moves me emotionally, and if it does that, then I'll care more about the meaning of the song. But hey, the lyrics are in my face. Why not?
Move, move. What's that? Hawaiian noises. He's banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing. Get your chicks for free. We got to install microwave oven, custom kitchen deliveries. We got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
Okay, I'll take it back. I kind of like the lyrics. Even though I'm not fully sure what the messaging is, but it's the first listen, so forgive me, for those of you who are kind of snobby about it. I'm like, well, actually, the song's about how did you not get it on the first try? Like, you got it on the first try.
That ain't working. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing. Chicks for free. Money for nothing.
Guitar sounds beautiful. I will say this as, someone who's new and novice in a lot of these different genres of music. And I've picked my favorite guitar players. And I've loved what I've seen Mark do on some of his solos, which, made him one of my favorites. But when I compare him to who are some of my favorite guitar players? Gilmour from Pink Floyd, the endless amount of solos that he has that just sends shockwaves through my body. I need more and more and more. I don't have like a long list of Dire Straits songs, even Frank Zappa. I've enjoyed a lot of his work. Of course, there's the obvious Jimi Hendrix on pretty much most things that he does. There is Stevie Ray Vaughan, because having your own style, which I love Mark's style of playing, but I do need more to have him in like my top 10. But if I was picking like my top 5 or 10 styles of play, he would be in there. But I have to definitely go more down the rabbit hole to see if he has more. Because, in my mind, because you said I'm comparing it to Sultans of Swing. Oh, shoot, I thought I put this on Do Not Disturb. Does it compare to Sultans of Swing? Have we got to the solo? I would say no, especially that live performance. It doesn't compare to that, but it's really, really, really good. It's really good, though, versus like, the super bands. They're like consistently like bam, 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 bam. Like everything is like top. Like it matches that same, like you think of their best song and they have like 30 other songs like that song. I don't necessarily get that at this stage with Dire Straits, although I do love what I've heard from the band so far. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Forgive me as I try to get my thoughts out and whatnot. And I think about Mark, who stands out in the band as a amazing guitar player. Okay, so when I think about my favorite creators, just in the guitar alone, his style is up there. But I definitely need to hear more in terms of the catalog. So if you guys have suggestions, leave it in the comments below of what else I should check out, because I enjoy, diving through the catalog.
Chicks for free. Ooh, and money for nothing. Chicks for free. 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 Look at that.
I thought this sounded like it was, sometimes I like to play a little game in my head. Well, guess what year it is? All right. Some of these I don't read up on. And this is 19, what the hell? My phone is on Do Not Disturb. Oh, it's my son. If he texts me more than once, it'll go through. The Wi-Fi is not working. Well, he needs to pick up a book. 1985. Okay. I was only a few years old at that time. But it felt like the 80s. Okay. It felt like the 80s. I play that little game sometimes, and then I'll look it up while I'm listening to see if I can guess the year. All right. And I used to really shit on the 80s because it wasn't, as a child, the greatest for me, the greatest time growing up. But I realized that the 80s were amazing for film and music, which I didn't really get to experience because I lived in my own little bubble at that time, but, going back and digging through the archives, that was an amazing decade for so many different things.
Money for nothing. Chicks for free.
That verse was really bothering me. I wanted to know exactly what they meant by it. Okay, because I was kind of grasping it, but I knew that there was a different meaning behind it. Oh shoot, it's on autoplay. How the hell do you turn that off? Or whatever. All right, so I was looking it up on AI. Take that for what it's worth. I believe about maybe 65%, and then you talk to the people who were there or the band members, and you'll find out that AI doesn't have it 100% right, but it's the only tool I have today, so we'll live with that for now. But it says the song Money for Nothing by Dire Straits is basically written from the perspective of a bitter appliance store workers watching MTV stars become rich and famous. The phrase money for nothing and chicks for free means money for nothing. They think musicians get rich without doing real work. Chicks for free. They think rock stars effortlessly get women because of fame. Well, they do. But even being a rock star, that's work. The first part, they think musicians get rich without doing real work. They do real work. Okay. So it's satire, social commentary. Mark Knopfler reportedly got the lyrics after overhearing delivery guys complaining while watching MTV in a store. Okay. Like, look at these guys. They don't have to do anything. All right. They just get all the girls and they get all the money and they're not doing anything. Okay. Which isn't the case. And a lot of people don't understand the toll that even being a celebrity and being a star and being an artist takes a toll on you mentally just because they're not doing physical labor. It's a big misconception. While I've never been a star, I have, empath. I guess I'm an empath. I have empathy. I understand that it takes a mental toll. And that's why a lot of them have to drink and do drugs just to get on stage, because, that's also a form of energy many people can't do, so it's a big misconception that it's just easy. If it was so easy, why do so many people come out the other end really messed up, in my opinion? They may not be doing physical labor. And even then, some of them are doing physical labor. You got women dancing in high heels. You got guys doing shows every night. It's a little bit of jealousy and also ignorance, in my opinion. Is it tougher than guys doing roofing? Probably not. Okay. It's more fulfilling. You're living your dream, and there are some great perks that come with it. Not the same perks you'll get delivering furniture. It says, so the song isn't really about celebrating that mindset. It's mocking, envying it from the viewpoint of a blue collar worker saying, these guys just play on TV and become millionaires. That's what AI thinks of the song. Okay. The iconic guitar riff played by Mark Knopfler using a unique tone setup. Sting sings I Want My MTV. I thought that was a different flavor for their sound. I'm like, Mark is actually hitting the falsetto or whatever that is. And okay, so it's Sting. Sting sings the I Want My MTV intro. The music becomes one of MTV's biggest early videos because of the groundbreaking computer animation. I started to react to the main video, but a lot of times that gets blocked on YouTube. So I figured I'd just do the lyric video so you guys can see it. All right. Some lyrics used slang and stereotypes that become controversial over time, and some radio stations edited out the versions of the song later. I wonder what they edited out. What could that have ever been? I wonder what that was. But historically, the song was mainly understood as working class resentment, MTV culture explosion, jealousy of celebrity lifestyle. That's what I was getting. And commentary on how people viewed rock stars in the 1980s. All right. Shout out to the Patreon member that sent in this request. Shout out to all my Patreon members who help support the music channel and keep this thing going. And we're going down the rabbit hole and discovering music many of you grew up on or just discovered and want to hear my take on it. I think that this song was amazing. Does it compare to Sultans of Swing, the live performance? Hell no. But is it amazing? Absolutely. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10 is what I would give it. Okay, somewhere around there. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous for the 80s, and it still sounds good in 2026 when I'm listening to it. You know, as someone who didn't even listen to the genre, you know, I can see myself in the Forerunner, like, I want my MTV. You know, parts of me miss MTV and hate this new influencer culture, but that's neither here nor there. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed my reaction to it. If you did, consider sending me a donation on PayPal, Cash App, Venmo to keep the channel going. Subscribe to the Patreon. Catch more content on there. Some of the stuff that gets blocked on YouTube, you may find it on Patreon. You can also hit me up directly. Or you don't have to do any of that. You know, I know times are hard. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment of what I should check out next from your favorite artists. And as always, I appreciate your time. And I appreciate you for watching because your time is very valuable. Peace.
Yes! Look what I have created! I have